Our breaking news story, 17 more people have been arrested in connection with the rape and robbery of several people or women in Krugersdorp. The attack has shocked the country. 8 women were raped and more people were robbed while a film crew was shooting a music video at a disused mine dump. For more on this, we're joined by our reporter Nqobile Madlala, who is out and about in that community. Nqobile, the police have confirmed 17 more arrests. Please give us more details around that.
17 indeed, Masejo, more people being arrested, and of course they're saying that they are yet to be investigating and see if they are in fact linked to the crime that happened in this area. Now, we find ourselves in the crime scene. This is where it occurred, and of course we've got the SAPS, and I want to hear from the District Commissioner. We know this is where the crime happened, but if you could give us an idea, where exactly?
Thanks very much, Nqobile. Where we are standing, that's where their 3 vehicles were parked. And right at my backside next to that big dump, that's where the filming was taking place. But the first victim was raped on my left-hand side, just here nearby, in front of other people. And what happened here is that all the victims, there were about 4 victims here, where the cars were. And at my back, where the filming was taking place, there were about 18 victims. While they were there, they saw people coming from their back. Now they tried to run in their various places. As you can see, they couldn't run to climb the mountain to run away from the suspect. On the left, they couldn't even have access, and on the right, they couldn't have access. Then the only way for them to run, some victims tried to run back to their cars. Already by that time, 10 people who were armed kept them hostage, who were shooting and on the air kept them hostage there. And they tried to run back to their cars. When they arrived in their cars, some of them, they found already their colleagues. 4 of them were held here. All of them, they made them lie down here. And they were held by other 10 men. In all cases, it was 10 that side, 10 this side, men wearing blankets and balaclavas. That's what happened. And the first victim was here as indicated. The other victims will show you as we go through where they were kept and where they were doing recording or video recording.
And we understand that this incident happened in full view of other people as they were getting raped.
Yeah. You see, the most heartbreaking thing is that like there at the scene, 10 men will stand queue here. You are raped one by the other. 6 men will stand here, rape one of the other. You are being in your privacy, your dignity is being invaded. You are and how cruel, heartless were they? In front of others, they continue exchanging amongst the poor, helpless victims. And that's the most horrible. And I think when they are found, it will depend on the court. We tried all our best. We are going to try all our best as the police to ensure that we link them to as many cases as possible through our DNA and other processes. And the court, if those that are linked appear.
I want to ask you on that, District Commissioner, if you can just give us an idea, how many more people have been arrested and what's the total now of people who are arrested and what would be the process going forward?
All right, thanks very much. We are with our Home Affairs officials. They are here. They started in the morning to process those that are in their cells. And immediately when the community reported to us to say some of the suspects and people who are causing trouble, and some of them which we suspect are undocumented, they are in the community here, come. We mobilize ourselves, our crime prevention team, in civilian clothes. We had to walk in, park the vehicles, walked into those addresses and spots where they say they are here hiding. And out of that, we managed to arrest 4 Lesotho nationals, 4 Zimbabwean nationals, 7 Mozambicans. And while they were driving out, while you were with us, we managed to arrest 1 Cameroonian and 1 Malawian. In total, it's 17. And the process that it's taking place now, Home Affairs is doing its duty to do verifications and to check the true identity and origin of them. As subs, we have done already our DNA. We took their buccal samples. Even these ones, we are going to do the same. We are profiling them. We are doing any extra, visiting their residential address to check whether we cannot get any exhibits, including those that are in the cells and any other thing. And again, the other thing that will happen, all of them will be standing identity parade. We'll expect our victims to be there to see whether amongst the people which they can identify, whether there is those suspects or one or two of the suspects which they can identify. But on Monday, they'll be appearing in court. We'll request that they postpone them back to police cells, which we always work together with Department of Justice and NPA. They always understand because we are a team. They will ensure they postpone them and will continue with further investigation. Amongst others, it will be identity parade to see whether they cannot be linked to this crime incident and any other crime incident. And our buccals or our DNA results, when they come, they can also link them with further crimes, not necessarily the ones that happened here, but other places where they might have committed house robbery or even rape or sexual assault or house break-ins or any crime where fingerprints were taken or DNA was uplifted. Those people, if linked, they will then also be charged on those cases. But it's a process which I think we need to be given space and time to continue so that we are not put under undue pressure. But we'll do all our best. We will leave no stone unturned.
All right. And just before I conclude, District Commissioner, I want to say this because I've spoken to some of the people on the ground and they're saying that this crime wouldn't have happened if the police were doing their work. Some of them even claiming that the police are on payroll to these people that are terrorizing the community. What do you say to that?
Let me start with this one of the payroll. Firstly, in terms of the police code of conduct and code of ethics and anti-corruption strategy, that it's a crime and also internally it's a misconduct. Time to time, we encourage and motivate our people not to be involved in criminal activities. And if we get information, we deal with them, and ruthlessly so, because some of them end up on the street being beggars, jobless, and if they committed crime, some of them end up being in jail, and that's where they deserve, those people. And I will not deny that on condition those that have information assist us as the management of the police. They give us the names. We have processes which we will follow to deal with them. But coming to the issue of police not doing anything, I think anybody who might say that might be mischievous, might be unfair, and it will be an incorrect statement. Because as police every day, we do all what we can under the circumstances, depending, irrespective where, when, what. We are always there to serve and protect, and we'll continue to do that.
All right. Thank you very much. Fred Kekana, they're speaking to us about the conditions, of course, that are taking place in this area. He's talking about the fact that the police are working as hard as they can, but at the same time, Masego, just highlighting that the area that we're in is that scene of the crime.